Hey guys, I'm Ingrid Arna. I'm the founder of IngridArna.com, and I'm also the author of the upcoming book, BodyLove Diet, 11 Power Principles to Lose Weight, Attract Love and Get Deliciously Happy. And today I'm going to answer a question that a divine woman wrote to me privately via Facebook, and I think you're going to really resonate with them. They're very, very juicy questions, and let's get into it. She writes, does body love mean that we cultivate enough love so that we want to eat healthier foods in deep desire to give ourselves the absolute best that we deserve? And it is that, it definitely is that. I think one of the best things, the most loving acts, the most juicy beauty ritual that we can give ourselves is to eat the highest quality vibrational food possible. She then goes on though to say, how can we incorporate foods that don't make us feel so great but taste really good? How do we not feel deprived around these foods? This is an excellent, excellent question. Interesting though that this lovely woman says, how do we incorporate foods that don't make us feel so great but taste really good? Okay, so my question to you would then be, when they don't make you feel so good and you have that level of awareness that you know that they don't feel so good, why eat them? And when they don't make you feel so good, then why do you feel deprived? I think this really points to an issue that a lot of women struggle with, and if you've been on diets or you've sort of starved yourself for years or restricted yourself in any way, we have this very tumultuous relationship with food. So although we know that it might not be the best, we want to say, well, F you, stuff you. I'm going to have what I want. I own my own body. I make my own choices, and I'll eat whatever I damn well want. And that is totally fine. And I think any sort of sense of deprivation, I feel for me, for many years, I kind of just sort of allowed myself to find what foods really suited my body. And that took a little bit of time. But what I also find is that if you go on a detox or you eat the highest quality foods for about 7 days, and I get all my clients to do this, all those foods that you kind of desire or crave that may not be the healthiest for you, a lot of that desire actually goes away. Or when you go to eat them after, like say, quitting sugar and wheat for 7 days, you go and eat those foods, you go and have that chocolate ice cream or whatnot, or you go and have a burger, your body will actually start to reject it and you won't actually get the pleasure that you are seeking. So it's like our taste buds start to change, our digestive system changes, and even our mind and our brain and how we actually start to look at those foods really greatly changes and starts to shift radically. So I'd say, I don't want you to feel deprived. I think that's the worst thing. For me personally, and I also really talk about this a lot in my book, eating the highest vibration or most loved up, healthiest foods for my body is my absolute, love affair and love commitment to myself. Eating the healthiest foods ever, for me, has radically healed my body. It has supercharged my metabolism, improved my digestion, boosted my immunity. I used to get the flu all the time. I'm 38 years old. I don't have a wrinkle on my face. Part of it is genetics. Part of it is also the DNA and cellular health that I have from eating the highest vibration foods. Second to that, when we look beyond what we're putting in our mouths and also say the relationship that I'm describing to you, which is one of real trust, real pleasure, and a deep feeling of love and appreciation for the food that I'm eating and the body that I have, because it is my absolute commitment to take care of my body. No one else is going to do it for me. So because the benefits are so high, the commitment's so high, I do not feel deprived, but I'm also igniting my body with dopamine, which is this beautiful natural transmitter in the brain that makes me feel really good. My digestion, because I'm in a relaxed state, is going through the roof. Now, with all of that, I don't only just feel that I look okay for my age and where I'm at in my life, and the fact that I'm also pregnant and I'm feeling incredible. I feel a sense of beauty, and so often when I talk about eating for beauty, I don't really mean that on just about Like the physical, yes, of course it's important. But for me, it's more about my internal cellular health and also how I feel and live my life. And because it's such a deep invocation for me, and because I've had chronic illness and I know what that feels like, and I know what it feels like to eat something that doesn't really nourish my body truly, like it doesn't really offer what I call like nutritional therapy, I don't like it. I deserve better than that. So for me, I don't feel deprived. I'm not complaining about it. It's the best thing that I've ever done for myself. And once in a blue moon, if I want to eat a gorgeous piece of chocolate mud cake or a beautiful bowl of Lick ice cream, and I don't work for them, but if you haven't tried Lick, you've got to try it if you live in Australia. It's absolutely delicious. The thing is, when you're really in touch with your body and really into pleasure, and there's not that emotional charge around food other than it being just divine and yummy and gorgeous, you don't tend to actually eat as much. When you eat, even if it's foods that might be full of sugar or the things that you shouldn't be eating, you tend to just really take a few mouthfuls or have a small bowl rather than half a punnet of the ice cream. And you eat it in this way that's really just all about this beautiful, yummy experience. You finish it off, you close the fridge, and you go on with your night or your day. And there's no real afterthought. The guilt isn't there, the shame isn't there. And then you go back to your regime. So I would say I probably eat about a 90%, 10% sort of maybe the other foods, but I'm pretty religious with it. I'm pretty much in the zone of eating for beauty and really loving up my body. So I hope that answers your question, and really you can't get it wrong. Just relax with it a little bit and play with it and see how your body responds to certain foods. And just ask yourself, is that the most loving choice? But yeah, you don't want to feel guilt. Guilt is poisonous. So love your body, feed yourself with the most nourishing emotions, thoughts and foods, and you're going to feel fabulous. And I think that sort of fear that you have around feeling deprived will start to dissolve in a really effortless, graceful and delicious way. You've been watching Ingrid Arna at ingridarna.com. If you want to share your thoughts, if you've liked this video, please share it. And I look forward to checking in with you next week. Ciao for now. Bye.